Hey guys, welcome in. It's Monday evening. Ooh, the Emperor in reverse at the bottom of the deck. All right, somebody's got a bit of lack of discipline. Anywho, my name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. I'm going to drink some tea for you, read some tea leaves, and pull some cards. So you guys just ask your questions, intuitively put your energy into the cards, into the tea, and then I'll let you know what comes up. So Mondays, I always do like a, quote unquote non-biased reading. I don't pull any of my love decks. It's just regular tarot, regular oracle cards. Anything could come up as far as money, love, relationships with coworkers, friends, family, doesn't matter. So we'll see what comes up for you. I've already cleansed the space, cleansed the teacup. So you guys, what's been going on in your lives lately and your recent past? Queen of Wands in reverse. We just had this card in one of my last readings. So we could have some insecurities coming up. Maybe you're working on your self-respect, but it's not quite there yet, or your self-confidence. On the far end of the spectrum, it could be some jealousy or some selfishness, but you're definitely in this like introverted energy right now. It could pertain to any of my water or fire signs, specifically Pisces or Aries, but it doesn't have to be. A black cat could be relevant, lions as well, or a sunflower. But yeah, we're not quite, well, again, this is in the recent past or mentally. We just haven't really been seated in our Queen of Wands throne. We haven't taken on that power, that confidence, that courage that we should have been. Okay, and then our present position, the Fool. So there is a new beginning coming in. We love that. There's a possibility here. I'm not quite sure what it's pertaining to as far as it could be business, could be relationships, love. But it's letting you know that you've got to be innocent. You have to be spontaneous and just take that leap of faith. There's an adventure coming in, some kind of opportunity. Yeah, you got to trust this in life. Somebody may have a white dog, and they also may present you with a white flower or a white rose in particular, which is very specific. So if you see a white rose or are given a white rose or a white flower, this is what I'm talking about. This is this opportunity. But yeah, there's a lot of pleasure around this new beginning. We like that. Ruled by the air sign. So mentally and physically, you're going to be in this. There's unlimited possibilities here for this one. Okay, and then in our future placements, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So even though there's this new opportunity, this new beginning here for you in the present and in the soon-to-be future, so I always like to say it could be a few days, could be a couple weeks, tops 1 to 2 months, but if it's anything beyond that, then I'd say it's more than likely for our future outcome card, not the recent or future placement. Anywho, this is letting me know there could be gossip. It's saying like 3 is a crowd. It could even be hinting at some overindulgence, like maybe you drink too much at a party and you gossip and it could get you into some trouble, or somebody else is gossiping. Somebody could just be overindulging in these momentary pleasures like party favors. But it is going to lead to some isolation and alone time. And you got to refine your independence through this. Also ruled by the water signs, Cancer specifically. So if you're a Cancer, just be super mindful that you don't overindulge. But there is expansion here. There's growth. if you can get past this first stage of completion with not letting this energy pull you down. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what's in our future placement, or excuse me, what's at hand, which is our future as well. But it kind of like oversees the whole situation. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, one of my favorites. There's no bad luck here. It is in reverse, but it's saying that there's no control. There's lack of control. So you may be resistant to change, or your person is, or whatever situation you're dealing with. It's like breaking these old cycles, these old patterns. You have to get out of the negative phase and recognize that the Wheel of Fortune is all about fate. It's all about destiny. Like, you are going to be on the right path. It's just a matter of the decisions that you make on this path. Wielding your fire properly, because this is ruled by the fire signs. It's also the number 10 card, and that boils down to a 1. So again, we do definitely have a new opportunity, a new beginning here. But, you know, we don't want it to turn into the bad luck and resistance to change. So that being said, recognize this opportunity and return to the beginning with a fresh start and break that cycle so we don't just perpetuate this lesson. Okay, let's do cheers to that. Let me take a sip of tea. I did an Earl Grey today. It's one of my favorites. I use coconut and cashew milk. So it's called a London Fog. You can see it's creamy. Okay, let's keep going. Bottom of the deck, you have some choices. We've got the 7 of Cups in reverse. So that's a good thing. You're working on alignment and finding your personal values. You're definitely overwhelmed by this choice or options here. There's definitely some confusion with this new beginning and some kind of gossip that's coming through. We don't want to go towards the negative, though, so be really mindful that we don't fall into this this negative energy of overindulgence, isolation, or I don't know. Gossip is such an ugly thing. I loved it. The other day, one of the yoga instructors said at the end of the class, be mindful, like to always be aware of being a true yogi. Like when you're living in a true yogic state, you don't want to indulge in the lower sheath emotions or those lower sheath vibrations. So we're trying to raise our evolution to a higher frequency. And he said, if you saw if you could put a face to gossip, it's a very ugly, ugly thing that only eats away at you from the inside out. So it doesn't seem, it's such a minuscule thing that it seems so innocent or harmless, but it literally destroys at your own soul and then also eats away at the good energy around you. So we don't want to indulge in that. And that's what this Wheel of Fortune is talking about, that to avoid this bad luck and break those old cycles and negative phases, don't be resistant to change. We all grow, we all evolve, we all learn, and you have to, grow up, get out of that kind of childish behavior. So that being said, it's funny that lesson came up because I randomly, intuitively picked up the What's Gossip Oracle deck, and you see them, they're all gossiping. So we don't want to indulge in that behavior. Interesting. Very interesting. Ooh. Okay. Well, this could definitely be about a love situationship. I don't know, I just split the deck. So this is like what's unseen. I don't know if it's in the past or in the present or in the future. But somebody has a side piece. They're texting somebody secretly. There's definitely some hidden affairs going on, and you potentially could be the second choice. But it's like, quote unquote, only late calls. So like you could be the booty call, or you could be the person sleeping next to your partner and then they're calling a booty call and texting somebody secretly. But that's not fun. And if it's you, that's not a nice thing to do. It's better to just end things amicably and be honest rather than hurt somebody like that. And so, yeah, somebody's breadcrumbing somebody. Like very minimal attention that you're getting. They're keeping their options open. They're giving you vague promises and like never committing fully. So just be very mindful of this. Okay. That's what's unseen. That's what you don't know what's going on. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's okay. We're breaking these cycles. Whichever party you are, whatever side you're on. Yeah. Okay, what's going on? Can I clarify this Queen of Wands? What's happening with this introvertedness, maybe some jealousy and some insecurities? Oh, well, that makes sense. Here, we're breaking cycles. Look at that. What did I just say earlier? You're ending harmful patterns. There's freedom from this repetition, which is a beautiful thing. And there's, again, a new beginning. So it stops with you. You literally, maybe this is like a generational curse. You could have come from a family where, you watched your parents act in these kind of ways, or your older siblings or your friends or other family members, and you're like, that's not going to be my life. I'm not going to continue these cycles. So you're definitely meant to break them and get past these insecurities and jealousies and fully step into your self-confidence and self-respect and not put up with breadcrumbing or somebody going behind your back, any deceit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards flipped out. Okay, I'm gonna read them all, but that's it. This is it for the deck. Okay, over the Fool. So this new beginning, these possibilities. You're meant to have optimism in these new beginnings and like trust in life, but somebody broke a promise to you. It was definitely a promise of love, and it created some disappointed expectations. Again, with failed commitments, you lost trust, and you just feel like words meant nothing. So it could be very hard, if this is what you had went through in your past, for you to step into this new beginning with this blind faith, because you have had your heart broken and promises broken. I'm sorry about that, but remember, we're meant to break cycles here. Somebody was given a poker face. It's crazy that poker face came up yesterday too in one of the collective readings. So somebody's definitely hiding their true feelings from you. You may feel like they're impossible to read, and they're very emotionally detached. So it feels like you'll never know what's really going on in their head or in their heart. And it's not a great energy to be on the opposite side of that poker face. So just be mindful that somebody is hiding this from you. And that could be what the gossip is about. Or remember, 3 is a crowd. Somebody was obviously lying and potentially cheating on somebody here. And it created a lot of isolation, and somebody's hiding something. Definitely hiding their feelings. Yeah, you were gaslit. Or I hope that my collective my viewers are not the gaslighters and not the cheaters, but no judgment here. We all have to learn these life lessons. I'm just letting you know this is what's coming up for the cards. So, yeah, gaslighting is so not freaking cool. It's like your reality gets totally distorted. There's a lot of emotional manipulation, so many lies, and you feel like you're going crazy after a while. You start to question your sanity, and then they even say, like, oh, you're just imagining things. No, you're not. The tarot card reader is letting you know that somebody's lying here. Somebody's hiding their true feelings and emotions. They're playing with a poker face. They broke promises, and there's definitely some gossip and three's a crowd here. So, of course, in the past, you were dealing with jealousy and insecurities. You're not crazy for having those emotions because somebody was freaking lying to you. But you're meant to step into breaking this cycle, starting this new beginning by yourself and standing up for your worth and your freedom, getting, ending these harmful patterns. Like, it has to stop with you. You have to break those generational curses and those negative cycles. Stop being resistant to change. You're going to be better off with this change, getting rid of this gaslighter and manipulator. Ugh, but yeah, if you surround yourself with this person who's gaslighting you, it's just going to continue perpetuating this wheel of fortune in the reverse, where it feels like bad luck, bad things always happen, that you don't have control of the situation, that it never changes, because of course it doesn't. You're staying in the same cycle. You need to recharge. You need to have some mental rest. You got to give it a break. You have to take some time alone, do the emotional recovery work, and you're going to come back stronger. Depicted here is like, they're charging their cell phone. You have to recharge. You can't expect to keep being happy if you're behind this mask. Look at this. Look at you pretending to be happy. No, we're not happy staying in that freaking situation. Now it's causing you to hide your emotions and concealing your true self. You're afraid to show the reality of it. Like, no, you feel like nobody sees the real you. Well, of course they don't, because you're staying with a poker face. You're staying in this isolated situation where you feel very alone because somebody's consistently lying to you, deceiving you, probably cheating on you. No, I'm sorry, it is what it is. I'm no sugarcoating here. And there's a lot of gossip around that. Maybe even your friends, your family members are like, we've told you, like, get rid of this person, or even their friends are gossiping about the situation because they really know what's up, and you just feel like the dummy and you feel like you're going freaking crazy. You've got to take this mask off, put up some boundaries, because why are you going to still deal with these broken promises and a broken heart? You have to say no firmly. You have to protect your peace, you guys. Setting limits clearly, like, enough is enough. I'm over this. I'm over being hurt. I'm over being lied to. I'm over being abused, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally. Doesn't matter. All the same. It affects you emotionally and mentally the same. Yeah. Put an end to it right now. You have to. You absolutely have to. Emotionally detach from that. Because they already have. So why are you still putting into this situation? They've already hidden their true feelings, which is like, they obviously don't want to be there anymore. It's because you're being gaslit and cheated on and lied to. Somebody's a clout chaser. Like, they're just doing anything for attention. And maybe this person, maybe they feel like they need they have this hunger for fame and attention that they get from these other women or men that they're cheating on you with. Like, they're desperate for followers. It could even be on a social media thing. Like, they'll do anything for the like and the attention. You could have, obviously had these insecurities and jealousy issues because you went through their phone and saw some, that they liked a bunch of other people's pictures, and videos, and that they just enjoy that attention from a third party energy. And that's not okay. Let them handle and heal that immature toxicity, but it has nothing to do with you. It does not define your worth at all. You have to remember that. You have to remember that. And everybody around you, it's really sad, but it's like they're giving you fake kindness. Like, I'm feeling like maybe they're friends if you're still in this like false relationship that's not really meant to be your forever person. All of their friends are like forced to be friendly with you, or you're forced to be friendly with their friends, and you really know that there's so much gossip about this situation, and there's a lot of hidden resentment behind those fake smiles because they're not really your friends. That it's like, look how fake these people are. They're being so fake, and they're crossing their fingers right in front of you, not even behind their back. They're literally like, to your face, they know, we just have to be nice to you, but like, really, we're not, because we know the situation, and it's not okay. Why would you want to stay around these kind of people with this kind of energy? Yuck. That's really yucky and gross. Get back to your grind. Spirit is letting you know that I know it's going to be hard to clear out a lot of this toxic energy. It's kind of like you get addicted to it. As weird as that sounds, like who wants to be addicted to negativity, but you get so complacent in it, and you almost feel like it's going to be so much harder to start new with that full energy, the full card energy, to where you're like, I don't know if I even have the capacity to start a new journey, so I'll just stay in this because it's what I'm familiar with. Like, ew, no, you have to start new. So to get your mind out of that and your focus onto something else, universe is telling you to start a side hustle. You have 2212 on the clock, so 222 energy. Create some multiple incomes, work and focus on your extra earnings. Your financial security is much more important than this false ass relationship that ain't a real connection. And just be always on your grind. But I don't know, her energy here, it's like we've got this girl working on multiple computers. She's kind of harnessing a lot of anger and negativity. Obviously, I would be angry too if somebody put me in this situation. That's not nice. I've been there, done that, kicked that mother trucker out of my life because, ew, we don't want them. We don't put up with that. Go bye. Go sleep with the dogs. Like, that you are. So don't harbor onto the negativity and the anger. Just positively as you can, move forward and focus on a side hustle because that's going to help you out of this energy. Okay. Another sip of tea. Cheers. So we're almost done and down to the tea. I'm going to leave this reading. I'm going to do a part 2 with the tea leaves and the final tarot card deck. So I'll see you on the flip side. Again, I hope this resonated. I'm super sorry that you're dealing with this, but remember, set your boundaries. You're so much better, and you are worthy of real love. Like, real love. You will find it. It's out there for you. But you got to release this toxic stuff because goodbye. We got to get rid of that in this new year, in 2026. This is your year, babies. Okay, so again, my name's Kat, Pure Premonitions. Let's make more magic together and kick that old energy to the curb. Love you. Bye. See you in part 2.